Welcome back to the final part of Sonic the Hedgehog, and we're in my favourite level. This level is amazing. Like, it's possibly one of the first times in quite a while that you can actually build up a little bit of speed. Plus, it also has probably the best music track. It's such a gentle thing. One thing that I would recommend checking out is T. Lopes, who is now actually the guy who's working on the music for Sonic Mania. He has an amazing cover of this song on his channel that just made me appreciate it so much more. But in terms of gameplay, it still has the Sonic 1 slow quirks, you know, like
that.
Yeah, that, as demonstrated by the game. But like, you see, we've got these ramps and we've got the different paths where you can get momentum. There's some shortcuts too. You can also completely fuck this level over in Sonic Genesis because there are some points which are built with you not having the spin dash in mind. So like, if you spin dash over certain parts, you can just sort of clip through shit. I managed to fall through the floor. That's always fun.
Like, the aesthetic of this level sort of gives off the feeling of like a construction site.
A little bit, I guess. I kind of get like Night City.
Yeah.
Which, that is a sort of theme I always really like. It's part of the reason why I appreciate, even if I don't like the gameplay, I do appreciate Empire City Night in Unleashed, or UnHD specifically.
For a moment I thought Sonic went into orbit.
Yeah. No, not Sonic Advance yet.
Or Colours.
Or any fucking game he goes into space, which is probably like half of them. Like, he literally goes into space in the sequel to this game. Like, that's how quickly they want to boot him up there.
In the beginning of Unleashed, in the opening cinematic.
Yep, you got that. You got 3 and K as well, like the Death Egg Zone.
Basically, blue hedgehogs belong in space.
That they do indeed. Video games teach me a lot of things. How do you think I got my physics degree? That's the last fucking thing you want to hear from a doctor.
I got my physics degree from Sonic 4.
Yeah. My favourite part of like the process of momentum is when you're running up a wall and you sort of stand there and tap your foot. That's exactly how physics work.
And then you curl up into a ball and ram through a car, robot, anything really that gets in your way, except for brick walls.
So Sonic being able to knock through things when he's in his spin form, that is fair enough, because, you know, it's sort of like a sort of bullet shape, you know, like, well, as in he's got a smaller surface area and he's going fast. That would break through quite a lot of things. When he's just running, like in certain parts of Sonic 4, or he's just been boosted, like, yeah, he would build up the speed from the boost, but then he would hit flat into it. Like, I think Sonic standing up has too much surface area to safely, like, shoot through, if that makes sense. Yeah, I was trying to get a bit clever there, but it didn't quite play off.
How sharp are his quills anyway, if he can manage to shred through metal?
Yeah, well, you can kill Mega Man one hit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact as proven by a webcomic, because that's where we get all our facts. Although I think
this is why Smash 4 isn't very reliable.
I think, did they? It's been a long time since I've read it. I think they made a joke about that in Worlds Collide, like Mega Man being scared of Sonic's quills. Which I should probably finish reading that. And I know there was a sequel series as well, which I don't follow the comics, but I just appreciated the Sonic and Mega Man crossover angle. Anyway, this boss, I believe that it's this and Spring Yard ones that are the ones where you can actually die after killing him, if I'm thinking correctly, because like there's these dangerous things like the spikes. But you know, this is another one that's sort of pissing Genesis because of the screen crunch. Admittedly, not the most riveting of bosses, but classic Sonic bosses are never amazing, really. Or Sonic bosses in general. I'm trying to think if I've got any that particularly stand out for me for other reasons other than being easy, and I'm not getting any. Like, I suppose there's the final boss from Sonic 2, the Death Egg Robo. That's okay. Like the final boss here again is okay, but anyway, we're in Scrap Brain Zone, which is a weird level. There is a sort of higher path that you can go here. I always just go this lower route. Like, I know that if I just time myself and roll at the end there, then I'm gonna be safe. There are a lot of things that can hurt you in this level, which when you're trying to get a perfect rundown for YouTube can mean that you're in the level for quite a long time, as you can probably imagine. These things are annoying. They brought these back in, I think it's Metal Madness in CD as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do without those. Also, yeah, that's a weird little quirk that you get in Sonic 1. Sometimes he jump. I think it's something to do with whether he's been near a spring or not. But sometimes he'll jump and he won't go into a ball properly. He'll just jump up with his legs still kicking, and it's the fucking funniest thing. This is kind of like the final proper full-length level. Do you have any other recollections of final levels that stick out to any of you?
Not really.
You're not very good at remembering shit,
no,
are you,
no.
Stephen? Just saying.
Are you expecting a level of quality for this?
True. But yeah, like, to me, the ones I remember a lot are like mainly Scrap Brain, because I don't particularly care for it that much. It's one of the weaker levels behind Labyrinth. But I do remember Metal Madness again because I don't particularly like it from CD. Like, that's the weakest CD level in my mind.
Isn't Metal Madness also the name of one of Metal Sonic's forms?
I'm not sure which one's which, because there's Metal Madness and Metallic Madness. I think Metallic Madness might be the
I thought
level.
it was Metal Overlord, one of them's.
Yeah, it's Metal Madness and then Metal Overlord, because there's the two phases in here, isn't there? Yeah, that was me getting them confused, because I'm not very good at that. Who knew a commentator needed to know how to talk?
Nah, it's all overhyped bullshit.
Talking, who needs that? From now on, all our commentaries are just going to be a face cam in the corner and we're going to be doing sign language. That's where it goes.
No, we're not even going to have the camera. We're going to do sign language. You have to guess what we're saying.
It reminds me a while back, someone was telling me about a story of a ventriloquist who tried to make it on the radio.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm not sure exactly how that would work, but
That's optimistic.
I mean, I speak as someone with a face for radio. I reckon I could do that pretty well.
Yeah, they have to listen for the sound of the hand gestures. But they're deaf, that's why they need sign language.
Like, I've seen some, like, this great, like, big advertising poster, like, you know, one of the big billboard type of posters. It was an ad for a Stevie Wonder concert. And they thought they'd be clever and put it underneath in Braille.
Oh, right.
On a billboard.
Yeah. Let's just let me just get my ladder.
Yeah, just climb this ladder.
Put my whole palm all over it.
Yeah, let me just, because as a blind person, I know where the Braille is to know. Like, it always, like, I've never really got that about Braille. Like, obviously people have adapted to it if that's their way of reading, and that's understandable. I just don't get when you got things like lifts and, you know, they've got one that's up and down. Like, actually, no, that's
Where the actual
there. Yeah,
plaque
like,
is or whatever.
like you're putting that there and not putting your hand between the closing lift or some shit.
But I didn't need that hand anyway.
This section here, you notice me take the shortcut at the start. It cuts out a lot of this. This is basically Labyrinth Zone, but even more annoying. Because these sections where there's these spinning spike balls, some of them have two spinning spike balls that aren't exactly synced up with each other. So guess what jumps are really annoying to make? Oh, look at that!
Oh, God. In a sense, they are synced up with each other.
In a way to specifically annoy you, but now Final Zone.
This is with all the walls in it that move about.
The Final Zone boss does have a semi-famous sort of glitch that you can encounter. Essentially what it does is if you are to hit Eggman on his final hit, and then with the right timing hit him again, it causes some sort of, I guess it's an integer overflow, I'm not exactly certain how it works, but it basically just resets Eggman's hit counter. But because of the way it works, it resets it to 255 hits left. So that means that you get stuck in this sort of loop of just having to keep on hitting him, go through the pattern, hit him again, and realistically you're not going to get 255 hits in the 10-minute time limit. So that's basically fuck you if that happens.
It's like this is the final boss, and Eggman has thought to himself that the best way to deal with this hedgehog is pistons. As best as I can describe them.
Pistons, he's an engine or something.
Just pistons that he can sit in.
Admittedly, and I will give Eggman some credit here, this is his first confrontation with Sonic this game. He, like, in later games when he's got stupid shit, he knows Sonic's abilities, so he has no excuse. Like, then it's kind of bullshit. But when it's like the first confrontation, he doesn't know what Sonic's gonna bring to the table. But anyway, this is the good ending. The only real difference here is that you get the Chaos Emerald show up here.
And Super Sonic doesn't exist.
Not until Sonic 2.
Didn't this have just 6 emeralds in this?
Yeah.
Yeah. No wonder he didn't become Super Sonic, he didn't complete the game properly.
But yeah, so final thoughts on Sonic 1, Chris.
It's just the original Sonic game, isn't it? It's the first one I played. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it holds up well. I'll say it's a pretty good game.
I can tell when I've put you on the spot.
Yeah.
But, yep, Stephen?
What he said, really. There's not much else to say. It's the first Sonic game, it's alright.
You lazy bastard. Anyway, I would say, overall, I like Sonic 1. I like it a lot more these days than when I first played it. And that's just, I've got a better attention span these days. It's not as much fun to me as 3D Sonic. It's not as much fun to me as the likes of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or Sonic Advance 2. Those games are both ones that I would take as 2D Sonic over this. I feel this game was held back a lot by the design philosophy of not making him too fast. Because like Sonic lends himself, like even though that wasn't explicitly what they were going for right away, this gameplay lends itself to the fast sections better than the slow sections, so that's why I'm glad they sped him back up for 2 and I suppose CD. Overall, out of the classics, CD is my favourite. It's not Sonic 1. But Sonic 1 is a close contender. It's a lot of fun in its own right. All my bitching about Labyrinth Zone, about Marble Zone, about Scrap Brain, they're the sort of things that are much less of a problem for me now that I've got good at the game. And that doesn't defend the fact that they're not exactly beginner friendly. That's just like a product of the time. But for what it is, I like Sonic 1. As we see Eggman jumping up and down on the end there, that proves that this playthrough has indeed come to an end. So we'll see you next time for another playthrough. Bye bye for now.